If you're not here, raise your hand. Okay, yeah, we're all here. My name is Dwayne Clapp, and I'm your MC for the day. I want to welcome you all to Part 2 by Chuck Shoemaker. All right. First thing we got to do, this is a networking event. On next Thursday night, we're all going to go to speed networking. Oh, this Thursday. That's right. I lost a week. Sorry. This Thursday, we got speed networking. And where's that? Anybody know? Four Bridges. All right. Anybody ever been to a speed networking event? Well, if you haven't, okay, on Thursday morning, we have the orientation for new members, and you're all welcome to come. And in the presentation, we're going to do about 15 minutes on how to do speed networking. Some of the do's and don'ts of how to do speed networking, so when you go to the networking event, you become effective. And you actually meet the people that you want to meet and create relationships that you want to meet. So, come Thursday morning, and then Thursday night, speed network. All right. Since this is a networking event, we're going to start it off by everybody's going to get 15 seconds to say who they are and what they do and why they came. Now, you only got 15 seconds, so don't be giving me 2 minutes worth. 15 seconds. Who wants to start?
My name is Gary Jacobs. I'm with A Closer Look, and we do energy inspections on new construction homes.
All right.
I'm Bridget Dreyer with Bark Document Solutions. We do the small and large format printing, and I specialize in the large format. So site signage, banners, pop-up banners, anything for your trade shows, I can help you with that.
I'm Linda Avalitas with the Ava Day Corner Remodeling, and we believe everyone deserves to live in a beautiful home.
All right.
Ken Mullen with Enhance Wood Renewal. We refinish kitchen cabinets and hardwood floors, and I came to meet a bunch of great folks.
All right, yeah. Is there anybody that's great here? Okay, good.
Brian Jewell with Jewell Insurance Group. We got them out lookout. We do business, home, auto, life, health. We can do it all. Brian Jewell with the Jewell Insurance Group. Down them out lookout.
Hi, Dave Klein, Guardian Savings Bank, and I will use my 15 seconds to tell you that if you do not go to the 60-second Connect this coming Thursday, you're missing out on a golden opportunity to make a lot of contacts. Please be there.
Hi, I'm Sonia Sims. This is Heather Smith, Inside Pro Manager, Outside Pro Sales. We specialize in hard surface floorings, backsplashes, granite tops, whatever you're looking for to remodel your home.
What's the name of your company?
Flooring Decor.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
You folks are new members?
Yes.
All right, give them a hand. All right, welcome.
Mike Thebus with Prudential Financial. Work with business owners in business planning, business succession planning, any kind of retirement planning, etc.
And you're a new member?
I am a new member.
All right, yeah.
Hello, I'm Beth Lane with Union Savings Bank. I'm a mortgage loan officer, and I'm a new member as well.
All right, yeah. New member day.
Hi, I'm Susan Stryker. I'm with House Trends Magazine. Just came to meet a bunch of great people.
We got 2 people here with great people. All right, yeah.
I'm Linda Bacher. We publish House Trends Magazine. We also publish the Home-Rama book and the City Rama Plan book inside House Trends. And I'm here because I love HBA.
The health agency loved me.
I'm always here. Janine Reddington. I'm Susie Klein. I'm a realtor, and I just wanted to expand my business. And I'm a new member.
Well, another new member. All right, yeah.
I'm Brad Arnott, certified paint professional with Omega Processing. That means I know everything there is to know about those little chip cards everybody's carrying, and to help each business get the lowest possible rate of processing those credit cards.
Chip card specialist. All right.
You skipping me or what?
HBA Person of the Year. You can't skip her.
Well, I'm not an HBA Person of the Year. Deborah Burkhart, and I help you give the perfect gift every time. And please don't forget, all you new members here, maximizing your investment. Please come next Thursday to that. It will be beneficial for you.
It's this Thursday.
This Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday. Excuse me.
Her and I lost the same week. Maximizing your investment. Again, we'll do some speed networking. And see, John, who's the rookie of the year last year, who's trying to be the man of the year this year, is sitting next to Deborah, so he'll rub off on some of that. All right, John.
He doesn't need to rub off on anybody.
I know.
That's better than me.
I'm John Thomas with Leaders Moving and Storage Company, and as you can tell, I'm not a new member. I am part of the membership committee, and I'm here to hear an excellent speaker today. So,
good afternoon, everyone. I'm Molly Schwartz with Cable Flooring Systems. We can take care of all your flooring needs: tile, vinyl, carpet, hardwood, and we do the full installation as well. Thank you.
Betsy.
I'm Betsy Kelly. I'm the Director of Membership here at the HBA on staff, so I can help you guys take advantage of any of your membership benefits. I hope all of you new members are able to join us on Thursday for maximizing your HBA investment, and I'm super happy that you're here today. Enjoy the program.
And my boss, the chairman of our committee, Doug Parrington.
I'm Doug Partington with Inverness Homes, and we're delighted to see you here. So, we've got a great program for you, and Doreen will make it easy on all of us. So we'll do all the work for us. But, we do appreciate it, and, this organization, it's what you put in, you get back. And I promise you, if you invest in participation and so forth, especially on a committee level, you're going to do great. So we appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan Dressman, Executive Director of the Home Builders Association. Since we all have taglines, we build.
There you go.
We build relationships, we build community, we build opportunities. So thank you guys for being here and taking advantage of this opportunity.
He wins the tagline of the day. All right, yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm Brooke Stoops, the Director of Professional Development here for the Home Builders Association. And my tagline is, I like to think I do all the fun stuff here. So if you're interested in fun and planning events and learning something, I'm the girl you want to call.
she builds fun.
She builds fun, all right.
I'm Felicia, here on staff at the HBA, the Administrative Special Projects Coordinator. I don't have the full tagline, you guys win.
Okay, now the fantastic food we're eating is as a result of Ann Speed with Dale Tile. And she's going to spend a couple minutes telling a little bit about what she does.
Hi everybody, like I said, I am Ann Speed with Dow Tile. I've been with Dow Tile for almost 10 years now. I started out as an inside sales consultant, and then I started wearing many, many hats as far as accounting and different things to keep the ball rolling as we went through some tough struggles back in 2008. And now we're starting to get that ball rolling again. And Dow Tile asked me to be a builder rep. So what I'd like to do is go out and visit the builders, remodelers, and designers to promote our product. Just a little bit of background about Dow Tile. Dow Tile started in 1947, and it was known as Dallas Ceramic Company. In 1980, they decided to change the name to Dow Tile from Dallas Ceramic Company. In 2002, we were acquired by Mohawk Industries, so they are a parent company of ours. We now have 7 manufacturing plants here in North America. We have over 200 sales service centers and 25 stone yards in the U.S. We are the country's leading manufacturing and distributor of tile and stone. We are very excited about our new Dixon, Tennessee plant, so that will make number 8. It will be manufacturing and distributing from Tennessee, so that is a huge, huge, awesome thing for Cincinnati. We will have it in our hands in like a day instead of 3 to 5. Our center is located in Blue Ash, Ohio, and our center is unique because it's a one-stop shop. We have granite slabs, about 6,000 slabs of natural stone, and blue ash, if you didn't know. And in that same location, we have ceramic and porcelain tile. So your customers, our customers, can come in, make their selection for their countertop, and then they can take the loose tile samples and backsplash samples out to the actual stone they have selected to make sure that their selections are perfect. We also have design consultants inside. We have 2 in the slab yard, and we have 2 for the tile. So if you'd like to send anybody in, or you all want to stop in, please know that we have this for you. From the beginning, Dow Tile had an idea to make sure contractors and builders had products and services they needed on a local level. So in our ceramic and tile side, we have stocked many, many lines. So so that the builders, remodelers can come in and get it on that day, right then and there. As the country's leading manufacturing distributor of tile and stone, our vast resources allow us to be a single source supply for the building and remodeling industry. I have some samples of what we have to offer up here, so feel free to take a look when you have a moment, and thank you for your time.
Tacos are fantastic.
Taco Tuesday, as my 6-year-old said.
Taco Tuesday.
That's right.
And if you're like Dan, you can have 2. All right. Who is Chuck Shoemaker? Chuck has a degree from both Xavier and UC. He spent 20 years with a national company with Berkshire Hathaway, traveling the United States and doing financial, sales, and marketing. And he also did new product development. He left them and had an idea. The idea was how to create, organize, and develop your garage so it actually fits what you want it to be. If you all know, everybody's got garages. But how's your garage look? So Chuck created a tagline called he gives the gift of garage envy. Why? Because when he gets done with your garage, it looks like unbelievable. And I've seen a lot of them in action. It's unreal. He does durable floor coatings, attractive cabinets, customized wall organization systems, and customer-friendly installation. Nice to have that once in a while, isn't it? A personal testimony, I've been coaching Chuck about 4 years, and I'll tell you what, if there was anybody I wanted to hear talk about how to do this, this is just a gentleman. He has taken his company from a small little bitty thing, and he's grown like you would not believe. So let me welcome you to Chuck Shoemaker.
Thank you very much. We're going to be talking about goals and things like that, but my goal for you this afternoon is that you can at least get one thing that you can take out of this discussion, presentation, that you can take with you and then try to improve your life, your business, and apply that going forward. So that's my goal for you. Hopefully we achieve that, and if we do more than one, then that's even better, right? But Dwayne mentioned it's 2.0, and what that means is last year we had a little program where we talked about financial statements and new businesses and how to read financial statements. This is just the next step up from that. So we're just trying to improve your knowledge about how to run a business and some tips on how to be successful with that. And today's topic is to get into business plans. We're going to talk about goal setting, how to set goals, and then ultimately we're going to go through some examples. Because like you, I hope, I learned a lot from just examples and how to apply certain things. If you see an example and then say, oh, that's what we're talking about. So we are going to go through all that, and certainly if you have any questions whatsoever, we'll kind of go through this. This is all for you. I'm not selling anything here. I'm just providing some information, and I just wanted to make sure that this is for you. So if you have any questions, we have a nice dialogue amongst all of us here to improve your business. As Dwayne said, I am the owner of Ideal Garage Solutions. I did start the business back in 2007, and we have enhanced the garage space considerably over the last several years, and I think I've done a terrific job in transforming space in the garage to something that people can be very, very proud of. And we like to say we do give the gift of garage envy to folks at Ideal Garage Solutions, because now their neighbors see it, and then they're very envious about what they have, whether it's the floor coatings, the cabinetry, the light. And the HBA has been very, very good for Ideal Garage Solutions, and I hope for those new members here that the HBA becomes something that's very beneficial for you as well. I think it will. So let's talk about business plans and just planning in general. Just picture this: you're heading off to a task. You want to climb Mount Everest. Are you going to be able to do that without doing any planning at all? Are you going to be able to do that tomorrow? No, of course not. You're not going to be able to do that tomorrow. You might have to go to the bank and get some financing, because you're going to be doing some extensive traveling. It's going to take some cost to to do that. You might have to invest your money ahead of time, so doing some planning for that. Physically, you might need to get yourself in shape to handle such an adventure. So much like climbing up Mount Everest, as a business owner or a business person, you would want to also plan ahead of time for your own business. Okay, so a plan or a business, a successful business, just doesn't happen. You don't get to the summit at Mount Everest just by chance. You don't have a successful business just by chance more often than not. You have to plan for it, and then you execute upon it. So some things to think about for your business plan and the creation of that business plan. One of the things you want to first start with is start from the big picture, the big side of things, and that's your core values. As a business has core values of what you're going to be and what you're not going to be. Just like you personally, you have core values yourself. You are now applying those core values to the business. And one example I always refer to is a company called 3M. They were really big into innovation. You know, they wanted to create a lot of things that were innovative, and if it wasn't innovative, they didn't really want to get involved with it. So if someone came to them with an idea that was just a kind of a Me Too kind of a product, what do you think they would say to that? No, that's not who we are. That's not what we do. And that's what you're trying to do as a very top level is what is your core value for your business, and if it's your own personal business, what are some of your own core values that you can then apply to your business line. Now that funnels down to your core purpose, which is in many cases very simple to reach, because that's where you're passionate about things. Why are you doing what you're doing? Well, you want to be able to share that with people, and that's your purpose for why you're doing what you're doing. So think about that. Why do you want to be in this business, and why do you have passion for that business? Because it can't just be about I want to make money. I mean, that's a great benefit. That's a side benefit of that. But if you have a core purpose that you want to help the homeowners achieve great-looking homes, like with Doug's Homes that he builds, you know, that's a great purpose for people. So you can then apply that purpose to your business. And then ultimately you take all those things and you start breaking them down into longer-term and shorter-term goals that you might have. And those goals might be out 5 years, kind of give you a little bit of a roadmap of where you want to go. It could be a year in the future, or it could even be next month. But you're constantly breaking things down to make it a little bit more achievable and understandable. Does that make sense so far? So when you're setting your goals, you want to be fairly specific and kind of go through these SMART goals. It's an acronym for some of the words. So you want to be specific. So Dwayne, he actually published a book, and wrote a published book, and several of us were contributing authors to that. But if I were writing a book, and that was one of my goals, would I just say I'm going to write a book? Or would I say, I want to write the Manifesto of Business Planning book and have it done by the end of the month? So I want to be a little bit more specific about that. I'm just not writing a book, I'm writing a book about something. So be specific in your goal setting. Make it measurable. So if you wanted to increase your income, say $25,000, you want to increase your income to $25,000. Say that. Don't say, I want to increase my income. So put a number out there and make it measurable so that you have a target that you're trying to achieve when doing what you're doing. Okay, so make it measurable. Make it actionable. So you have to use some action verbs associated with it. So you want to make sure that you are saying what you're going to do and put some action to it. Make it realistic. So that goal needs to be realistic. Now, I keep on picking on Dwayne here because I've seen him play golf. I've seen Dwayne play golf, and Dwayne's goal is probably not going to be a professional PGA golfer next year. But a goal for him, if he wanted to improve his golf game, could be, I want to improve my golf game by reducing the number of strokes by 2 strokes per round. That's a realistic goal. A non-realistic goal would be, I'm going to be a PGA golfer. So make it realistic. I can go out there and try to shave off 2 strokes off your golf game. And make it time bound. So you want to have a time frame associated with the project you're trying to get accomplished, your goals you're trying to get accomplished. So who here has always had a goal at the beginning of the year that you want to lose weight? We all want to lose weight. So January 1st, we put those things out there, and then by the end of January, who knows where it's at. But if you put a goal out there, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by June 1st, at least you've set that goal for yourself, and you set a timetable for when you want to accomplish that. So think about SMART goals when you're writing your business plan and setting up those game plan. One of the things you want to do too is make sure you write them down. So you can always refer back to them. It's always good to, certainly one of the last things I point out here is it's always good to review. And your timetable for review could be very different depending if you're in the corporate world or if it's just for yourself. You might have a need to review every month. A corporate, board of directors will get together maybe once a year or twice a year. So it all depends on what you're trying to do, but you need to regularly look at those that business plan. This is what I'm saying. When you set your goals, don't set hundreds of goals, right? Because what's going to happen? You're not going to achieve them. And you become frustrated. I can't get all this stuff done. Well, break it down. Make it smaller. I say 7 to 10. You can make it 1, make it 2, make it 3. It doesn't really matter. It depends on what your plans are. But make it something that you can measure and make it something you can achieve. So don't go and create a huge list that's very difficult to then achieve. Break it down, make it a little bit smaller for you, and then share with others. So that could be your significant other, it could be your business partners, it could be your installation teams, whatever. Make sure that you have your whole group of people understanding what your plans are so that they can help you try to achieve them. And if they see you getting off target, whether it's you're getting off target for one of your values or one of your goals, they can help bring you back in. So sharing that with other people is a great idea. Also, what it does is it causes you to stay with it because you don't want to let that one person down, right? So you put yourself out there by sharing those goals with everyone, and now they can help you become a little bit more accountable. Okay. So we talked about before, hey, let's go through an example. So I have Sir Paul McCartney. He's given up the music world. He said, I'm not going to do any music anymore. I want to own a landscaping company here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he gets it started. He's pretty successful with it. So he has, he's got thoughts of he wants to increase his business 15% next year. So if he's writing his goals down, he's not just writing a goal down saying, I want to grow my business. I want to be 15% larger. He's trying to follow those SMART goals, being very specific, measurable, actionable, and saying, I want to increase my landscaping sales by 15% over the current year, which is measurable by December 31st. So it's put some timetables to it, resulting from greater networking, perhaps at the HBA, or advertising programs, maybe through house trainings, something like that. Right. So he's putting some ideas out there, and he's setting that goal, and he's following those smart techniques. And 15% for the size of his business is realistic. Okay, so 15% is a realistic goal. So let's go through some of the examples of his specific business. His current business right now is $1.2 million. So he's got a nice business going, and he wants it to grow 15%, as we said. So what that means is that he needs to grow that business $180,000 next year, right? Just doing the math, 15% of 1.2 million. And he knows that based upon his past history, he's doing about $4,000 per sale. So again, going through the math, he needs 45 new projects for next year to help achieve that goal. Now you see how the math flows with all that? So he's now set the goal that he's got to get 45 new projects for next year. Now, his closing rate, which is the number of successful projects to the total presentations that you've gone out and done, the closing rate for him is 35%. Now, for your business it may be much higher, for your business it may be a little bit lower. It depends on what that is. But and this is, again, just an example, 35% is his closing rate. So what that means is, translates to, he needs to meet with and see 129 people for him to achieve his goals and make those presentations to 129 new presentations over the next year. You break that down even further, and by month, each month, that means 11 new presentations per month, and that's 2.5 presentations per week. So that might be pretty significant. I mean, that's a lot of activity that's taking place just to get that 15% increase. That's why you need to constantly break things down to make it a little bit more finite, because it then gets you to think about other new questions that might arise. For example, for those number of prospects, how are you going to get those prospects? So we've got 129 people we need to now see. Is it going to be through networking, through the HBA? Some of you may be members of other networking activities. Also, it could be a Chamber of Commerce. Some other means of achieving and growing that business. It could be advertising, like I mentioned with House Traffic, or some other magazine, or some other means of advertising. It causes you to think, how am I going to get those people? And then you start developing plans to then move forward with that specific game plan. Operational issues. If you're going to have 45 new projects, that might lead you to believe, I've got to invest something in maybe some capital equipment. So I've got to buy some new equipment to be able to do those new 45 new projects. So again, I may be talking with the bank or financing arms, those types of things, to now start that planning process in order to achieve the goals down the road. And also, I may need new sales personnel or new operational personnel. So it all depends on where that first starts with, and you kind of break it down consistently over time, you'll achieve those goals. And one of the things I wanted to also mention to you is you need to review those goals, right? We talked about that early on. We need to make it reviewable, and that could be on a monthly basis, could be on a weekly basis. Well, one of the things you also want to do is try to take control of your calendar. And you are the one who controls your timetable. And if you want to set up times where I want to meet with clients at this time frame and only this time frame, or I'm going to do networking at this time frame, set that up. Plan for that in advance. Instead of having the calendar drive your life, you drive the calendar. Right? So it makes it a little bit more easier to live with. And also, I would just point out with you, and this is a calendar from, Dwayne does a great job of talking about this as well, and setting goals, and also he talks about using your calendar and managing that. There's also a gentleman called Michael Hyatt, who I listen to his podcast, and he's just a great resource. He has an article if you want to look at. It talks about the ideal work week, and this is actually his calendar. But he talks also about making sure that you're not only talking about business, but you're also talking about your personal life too, right? Because you can't just be one-sided. You've got to also thinking about taking care of yourself health-wise, making sure you're exercising, meeting with family, getting together with family, friends, and then also there's the business side. So try to have to balance that all together and plan for your work week, just like you were planning a business plan. Does that all make sense? Okay. And just in summary, I think we covered several different things. We talked about the business plan and taking it from the top level and breaking it down into the goals. Talked about setting your smart goals, going through that example, and then also to make sure that you review it on a consistent basis so that you are managing your work schedule. So that's all I have. Again, any questions? Yes, sir.
Well, this is just for what it's worth, something that I know that has helped me and I know other people is take that goal that you have and maybe take a picture of it. Or if you want to buy something or if there's a vacation, a picture of an island or a picture of a boat or whatever it is you want. And put it in here or put it on your desk, put it somewhere where you can see it. So if you want to make 20,000, put 20,000, just something that you can visualize in the picture. So it helps to just clarify it.
That's a great idea. You just visualize it consistently. Yep. Any other suggestions like that? Any other ideas like that you're doing today that you would advise other people to do?
One of the things that I've done with my kids, which is kind of neat, is every New Year's Eve we get paper and pen and we write our goals down for the year, and we look at it each month to see what we've accomplished. And it's really cool at the end of the year when they bring that year's sheet with them to write the new goals. They get excited over how much they've accomplished that they want to do. And it's just focusing, on yourself. It can be professionally, it can be anything. But I think that you're right, when you're looking at those goals, it's so important. And I just happened to look at mine that I wrote last New Year's Eve last week, and I had 10 items, and I've accomplished 9 already of the 10. So that's the kind of thing that's kind of fun, and they get to see that that's exciting for them too. And they can be big goals. So
good for you. Good for you. Anyone else? Yes, Brian.
So for your business in particular, do you set goals annually and then just look back at them throughout the course of the year and new goals the following year?
I have 10 goals that I write down for my business each year and what I want to accomplish. And then I'm a little bit more anal on a few of those goals. I look at it on a weekly basis. But it's a real quick review. It's very, very. It takes me less than a minute, and I can see where I stand, where the business is flowing, where it's going, and just so I feel I know where things are. But some of the bigger picture things, I'm looking at that on a quarterly basis. So I will actually create an appointment to myself in my calendar to set aside so many hours to review that quarterly review to make sure I spend some time doing that. And then also spending some time just to create the plan for the next year. So this is an apropos time for business planning for 2016. So you start thinking about what you're going to be doing, how you're going to invest going forward. That's right.
This is just something that's helped me, is that sometimes a goal can be just a 5-minute goal. You're having a rotten day, at the end of the day, you think nothing's went right. Okay, I'm going to make 5 more calls here, or I'm going to write 2 more letters, or whatever. Just some simple little thing to make you help finish the day as a winner. Just so that, and it really does help. Goal doesn't have to be some monumental thing down the road, and then, it can just be something as simple as just, I'm going to make 1 more call before I leave.
That's perfect. Other calendaring systems that you recommend that would work best for this?
In your case, the MDRT calendar.
That's right.
I coach that all the time. The MDRT calendar is phenomenal as far as the putting together.
Okay.
They have a calendar for going MDRT.
I will.
$1 million roundtable. We have a calendar for insurance agents, which is really works.
Okay.
$1 million roundtable.
I just have it on my smartphone. You know, I think we're all getting so used to just looking at your phone, looking at an iPad, whatever, that I have my goals on my electronic devices. I can pull them up anytime, review it, and I have my calendar. I just set the appointments in my calendar.
Any more questions? Thank you. Only thing I'm going to add to that is this. In my workshop this morning, we were talking about that. And I asked one of the girls, the people in the class, to write down a personal goal. And the one girl in the class said, well, that's easy, because I can get excited about my personal goal. Well, let's just think a minute. You're the Cincinnati Bengals, and you've had 4 good years, and this next year we got a good chance that if we get our act together, we could actually get to the Super Bowl. So you can imagine, they've won 6 games, and their goal is to maybe get to the Super Bowl. You think they're not getting a little excited right now? All of a sudden, all that hard work and that boring beating yourselves up during practice now is becoming fun. So if you can get to your goals and you can start processing, like he said, break them down, 2.5 presentations a week. Now all of a sudden you did that. And each week you get a little bit better. And you're watching your goals go. Now you get a little more excited. Now guess what? It isn't boring anymore. It's not no fun. It's now you get excited, create a lot of energy. Now all of a sudden, guess what? You make your goals. Thursday morning, be here, be square. What's it called again? I call it orientation, but they got a name for it. Maximizing your HBA investment. And we're going to do a little 15 minutes on how to speed network. Because guess what? If you've never speed networked, if you don't do it correctly, sometimes you go home and you go, why did I do that? But we want to be able to do it so we actually have a good time and meet the people that we'd like to meet and start creating relationships that help us grow our business. See you all Thursday. And then Thursday night, 6 degrees of separation, the fantastic quarterly event. And Brooke, you want to say anything more about it? Be here, be square.
Make a reservation today.
Cha-ching. Thank you for coming. Next month, what do we have?
It's the 2016 housing forecast, and David got the speaker.
Okay, good. Super. See you next month.
And it's also going to be at Kybell. They are hosting and sponsoring.
Okay. Title Supply sponsoring. Okay, good. Super. And if you've never been there, it's a neat place. They got some neat things to look at. Thank you for coming. And you got a few minutes to network, so if you got somebody here you want to meet, talk to them. Get to know them. Good job.
Good, how are you, Doug?
Good.
Oh, gosh.
I call myself a retirement strategist, like, but also well, I've been at Prudential big career change. So it didn't really suit me, but I kind of felt obligated to keep doing it because I spent so much time doing it. And eventually, just my wife started taking a hand and said, "You don't actually you have to do something that you want to do." Yeah, I like sitting down with people. Talk about finding something that you're passionate about. And I'm passionate about helping people. But it was like, well, I'm trial I'm good at it. Was that try cases
How you doing?
And that was kind of pretty successful. So I kind of I thought about a top offer for a couple of years. Wow. Yeah, and then it's still practice. You're not coming Thursday? I would think I'm like to, but I it does like it, but it's never well, should I get a will? You know what? I'm in Central. Yeah, exactly. I can't tell them what to do, but I can. Yes, $100. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So I can't wear that hat. Yes. Right. I can't wear that hat, but I still have that.
Well, welcome. I really encourage you to go to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
You will not.
It really helped you big time. That was kind of the selling point. Oh, well.
If you go on their website, if you can't find it, you'll just call me, I'll send you a copy. Friday and Monday, organization, getting your calendar together and stuff like that. Most people don't want to hear financial guys Monday or Friday. Yeah, one of the keys that we have found was the guys that said, I get through all the time. You can't do that. You can't punch in the game. What they do is you spend 2 hours a week quiet. That's when you put your calendar together, read some articles, do whatever, get your head in straight. Okay, put your week together for the following week, that week, or whatever. Okay, and start doing it. But that'll make a huge difference.
That's funny because Sophie and I went out on the road. And so here we go hiking out. It's great from like the excited one.
And the same thing on Monday morning. 8 o'clock to noon, ain't nothing happening.
And then we're in there.
Everybody's just trying to figure out what it is. Thanks for coming. See you Thursday.
Right? And we they have like a logo.
All right, are you going to be there on Thursday?
Yes.
All right, I'll see you on Thursday then.
All right,
nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for coming. Hey, boss. The main man there.
Well, yeah, these are contractors. I just think it was the designers. I didn't think that the designers would necessarily have to talk about finance. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that I was the house was lifted and the deal